So for the finishers tournament, the way that I know every tournament probably does it a little bit differently, but the way that I do it, and I'm pretty much the main guy who picks all the that does the matchups and but I work with a lot of other different guys too. Like I work with Big J, JM, and we just kind of use all of our contacts to talk to everybody that we know in the jiu-jitsu community. And then from there, like once we have a thing on the internet where people can put their name in and we get their name and then we start looking through. Really, I don't look, if you come highly touted and you've had like 1,000,000 championships and you won the Pan Ams and you won the stuff, it's definitely interesting and we definitely want to see you in a submission only tournament like ours. Ours is EBI rules, so we want to see people that are going to step out of their comfort zone, and then we also want to see the best guys that are working their way up in the submission only game. And the finishers tournament, for instance, we don't really take anyone if you don't compete often, and this is like a tournament that you're just gonna like try out. That's not really a tournament for us. You could do the Finishers Open, which is an amateur tournament that's open to everybody, and there's other tournaments out there you can do too. But as for a pro one, you want to have things like you want to have one Naga, you want to have the Pan Ams, and you want to be doing like the Worlds and the IBJJF tournaments, sure, trying to place in those. You want to have a reputation of a guy who competes a lot, like, hey, I know that guy. Like most of the guys that put their name in for the finishers tournament, I've seen the guy before. Even if I don't know his name, I'm like, oh, I know this guy. Like this guy's good at leg locks, or that dude right here, he's good at guillotines. Watch out for him. And or it comes as a recommendation. Like Big J might be like, hey man, you got to see my guy Nick Rodriguez. This guy is a beast, and then he comes through. Or since I also own a school, I throw my guys in there too. Like it's been an opportunity for me to showcase Grace and Thor, and JM has done our tournament a bunch. But I would say just being consistent competitor, and someone, if you come down to my school and roll with us, or like I see you at other gyms, we're probably going to want to pick you too, especially if you're like, and if you're crushing competition, it's pretty easy. But if you don't compete, we're not going to put you in. And as for advice for people that are trying to stand out, like on a resume, show like for instance, Instagram is huge. You want to be all over Instagram because that's where most of the stuff is. So you want to be on Instagram, Facebook, putting together highlight reels of yourself, video clips of you breaking stuff down. And if I go look at your Instagram, that's another good one. If I look at your Instagram, you got zilch followers, and no, you don't put up anything, then obviously you're not great. Like we're trying to promote you guys and like get you guys out and also promote the tournament. So if you're like trying to get your followers up and you're working your way and you're posting a lot of stuff, and I can see on Instagram like, oh, this guy competed at Gracie Worlds, this guy competed at Fight to Win, this guy competed at the Good Fight and smoked a bunch of dudes. All right, cool. This is a good guy to give an opportunity to. So that'll definitely make you stand out. Compete a lot and put it out there on the gram. Flex hard on the gram and go from there. And also, I'll never forget Mike Davila, Marcelo Garcia black belt, EBI competitor. When Mike Davila, he won the Finishers 1, and also Gordon Ryan won the 170. But when Mike Davila, before that, I didn't really know him. He had done the Pans a couple of times, I think, and he won some IBJJF tournaments, but I'm not heavy on that scene, so I didn't know him. And he just was up my ass, to be honest with you. He was like, yo, let me in this. Yo, boy, put, all his boys too were like, yo, put my boy Mike Davila in. Yo, give me a chance. Give me a chance. Here's me heel hooking, dude. And I'm like, this guy is jacked and he likes heel hooks. I'm like, all right, let's put him in. And then we gave him an opportunity. So, he was just persistent with it. Like he was beating down my door trying to get in. So that's the story of Mike Davila winning the first ever finishers. But shout out to Grappling Rewind, and I hope that helped. And keep throwing submissions out there and keep choking people out. Look out for the Finishers 10, hopefully coming in October. Peace.